Okay, guys, this is not an easy one. Why do I care so much, right? If you're one of those fans that don't really care really what happens, I really admire you. I'm not going to lie, I was really hard to sleep last night. We're gonna be going over everything that happened. I'm gonna try to put all the opinions aside. I'm gonna try to really just talk about what happened. And I want to get your thoughts as well. So make sure you get in the comments and tell me what are your thoughts. How are you feeling? Let it all out. I believe it or not, I've had this is last night. Well, yesterday was the worst video I had to make ever since I started this endeavor on this channel. And my channel's small, but yet I'm still getting messages from people that telling me they are going to unsubscribe because they're not taking it very well. And you can't really blame people, right? So whatever it is that you need to do, um, but it's mooring. I definitely feel sad. I feel shaken. I feel a lot of things. As a Barca fan, it just feels like we can never get over the hump, right? We can never get over the hump. We can never play well and finish games, especially in the UCL. It seems like we always just that close, and we can just never do it. We came 2 minutes. We came 2 minutes away from a big victory. We had done it, man. This team had done it again. Incredible. After being down 2-0, I'm not going to lie. I really thought that it was kind of over. I thought Olmo had pulled out a stinker. I thought De Jong had made mistakes. Kubarsi, with that dreadful slide, with the way he made that tackle, it reminds me of Pavlidis, right? And that red card and how he didn't learn from it. Man, it's difficult to swallow this one because this team yet again found a way to come back. Um, Ronald says we got robbed. It feels like I understand. I understand. In spite of everything, we still should have came away with a 3-2 victory. Um, this is very sad. I mean, it doesn't get us as worse of a feeling as this. I'm gonna be doing a tactical video, kind of like one of those tactical videos that I do for the channel, but instead it's gonna be a live stream. So it'll be a little different than what we've done. But first, I'm gonna go to Twitter, and Jeff. I don't know if you follow him, but he's a Spanish creator, and he posted this, and it's like no 2 minutes away from the UEFA Champions League final, and Barcelona just didn't know how to close it out. Guys, why are we high pressing at the end of the game? Why why do we have five guys? Why do we have five guys pressing here? It's beyond me. Not only that, but look the position that we're in, 2 minutes away. Like we couldn't just play low block. We couldn't do it. Lamb says, I can't accept this defeat. It still feels like a dream. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Exactly, man. Exactly. Like, why couldn't we just stop playing the high line, high pressure at the end of the game? It was just beyond me. Look, we are 4-on-4 here, but we're not even well positioned to defend this play. We're not. This is totally unacceptable after we made it on a humongous. This is like climbing Mount Everest, and just before you get there, it's like you fainted, right? It's like, dude, it's 3-2. Why are we not playing everybody back? There's so many questions I have for this game. There's so many things, and I really couldn't sleep last night. I just gotta be really honest with you guys. And look, we have we have a 4-on-4, and Gerard Martin is way back. Why are we way back? Like, and why is Rafinha the one closest to it and not the midfielders? Um, all right, so I'm gonna be going this in depth in just a little bit because I have a video for you guys with some of the highlights, but it's not highlights; it'll be pictures. But the one thing, blame Araujo. It's the easiest, scapegoat. But in this play, Gerard Martin falls. So because Gerard Martin is falling here, Kubarsi has to go with Dumfries. So when Kubarsi goes to Dumfries, it's the young who's supposed to cover his area, his ground. If the young is in position here, like further down, deeper, then he is in position to get this cross. But because he doesn't get back and he lacks the abilities of a defensive player, he doesn't know exactly that he needs to be positioned like a CB in that situation. And because he doesn't do that, that leaves Araujo, who also could have done better, in a terrible situation as well. Why are we letting a 38-year-old CB score this goal? I don't understand. Um, Summer did his job, man. We made major mistakes, also facts. Yeah, we made incredible mistakes. Let's take a look and let's just get into it. I mean, the lineups. Let's talk about it. I mean, Chesney, after this game, there a few things became really apparent, and I said it, and I got bashed. I got really bashed for saying this. I said what Hansi Flick has done with this roster of 12 guys is remarkable, and people got upset because it was so harsh for the subs, right? Well, what happened in this game? Martinez came out, Eddie Garcia came out. We don't have any subs. Hector Ford, Gavi, Fermin. Um, where are they? As we made changes in this game, we really just didn't have the guys to battle Inter Milan down the stretch. We ended this game with a line of four: Araujo, Hector Ford, Kubarsi, and Gerard Martin, who, give him credit, he played an outstanding second half. But the first half was really bad. He was bad. And then some of the things that became apparent in this game for me is, one, if we're serious about making a deep Champions League run, we need a goalkeeper. And I'm talking world class goalkeeper. I'm not talking Chesney. I am not talking Ter Stegen. Give Chesney credit. He had a few saves that kept us in the game, but you cannot allow 7 goals in 9 shots. Ultimately, that was the difference in the game. 9 shots, 7 goals in the tie. It's utterly ridiculous. And from the defense, that goes to the defense to the goalkeeper. And if we don't go get that guy from Espanyol, I am gonna lose it, man. We need to go get him. He's not even gonna be that expensive, and we just need to go out there and get him. I think Pedri. This is the reason why I didn't want Pedri to play against Valladolid. Pedri didn't have the form at the end of the game, and it's the reason why the last couple of games against Inter Milan, Pedri had to be subbed out because we cannot afford to have him gassed. And Frankie de Jong has a better form physically right now than Pedri. Pedri gets tired sooner than Frankie de Jong. I don't know if that's due to the sacrificing, the running around that he's doing throughout the game. Lamine Yamal, guys, Lamine Yamal was robbed of a Ballon d'Or type of game. There isn't a lot of these games to speak of. There's a lot of these games to go around, and this is one of them. And the only reason why Lamine Yamal didn't have a Ballon d'Or game, it was due to summer. I mean, those two saves were just unbelievably great. He was in well position. The only reason why he could stop him is because he was very well positioned to make those saves. Because had he been just a little bit to the right, to a little bit to his left, this the saves don't happen, and I mean Jamal scores two bangers in this game. But unfortunately for Barça, unfortunately for Lamine Jamal, it was his night, man, and that's just how you know that it just wasn't meant to be. Dani Olmo and Gerard Martin is basically the same analysis goes for both of them. It's like really bad first half and a really great second half. So, and hence the reason why I disagree with Hansi Flick. And we need to talk about the elephant in the room, and that is Hansi Flick and some of the changes that he made. And it seems to me that we cannot criticize him, right? Because he's done so well, and we're so happy that he's here. And yes, I'm the first one to say, let's build a statue for Hansi Flick at the new Camp Nou. But at the same time, I gotta say it. I gotta tell the truth. Hansi Flick made a mistake. He took Dani Olmo out. Fermin Lopez came in. He basically, I couldn't even tell he was there. He didn't do anything. And that was bad. In the second half, Dani Olmo was great. We needed to keep Dani Olmo in the game. We needed to keep Inigo Martinez had a yellow card, and I guess that's the reason why he took him out. When he came out, I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. Inigo Martinez for Cubarsi. I'm sorry, Inigo Martinez for Ronald Araujo. I would have much rather, guys, believe me when I tell you this. It was the 76th minute. I would have been okay with subbing Pedri out and putting Araujo and have a line of five defenders to try to defend the game. I understand we were not winning the game at that time. It was a 2-2. But at the same time, it's like, why are we subbing Inigo Martinez? Cannot be out. I'm telling you, a 38-year-old, what's his name again? A 30-year-old Acerbi cannot get this ball, man. Inigo Martinez is not letting this guy score on him. Inigo Martinez is not letting this guy score on him. And I was surprised. And we need to give criticism where criticism is due. In Hansi Flick, Barcelona and Hansi Flick really made the mistakes of just being so confident. Once we scored that goal, we got too confident. We thought that we had it, and we didn't. We needed to play more defensively. I am also looking at Amin Jamal in that last play. I'm also looking at, instead of where he hits the post, just go to the corner. We need to be smarter. We need to be more composed. We need to be more experienced. We need to just take the game and ice the game, not by trying to score another goal. Ice the game. Try to just go down the sideline, go to the corner, do something with the ball, cover the ball, let the clock run out. It was 2 minutes and 40. It was 2.5 minutes to go out of the 5 minutes a stoppage time. And Lamine Yamal had that chance that could have really iced the game, which give him credit. But at the same time, it's like, just take the ball away from Inter. That's all we needed to do. And Ferran Torres, man, what a stinker, Ferran Torres. I mean, and Hansi Flick left him there for 90 freaking minutes. 90 freaking minutes for Ferran Torres. Why didn't we put Dani Olmo as a false nine and bring in Fermin Lopez instead of Lewandowski? Because apparently Lewandowski wasn't ready. Because if he was ready, why did he only play like a few minutes until the end of the game? If the reports were true, he was supposed to play. Like, he told Hansi Flick, there was a report came out. He told Hansi Flick he can play the whole game, right? Well, basically didn't play the whole game. So which one is it? If he's ready to play 90 minutes, why is he not playing at least 30 minutes? And we're gonna be going over in just a second. I'm just gonna finish up on Rafinha, okay? Rafinha, basically a stinker. He scored a goal. Hey, give him credit. He scored the comeback goal, 3-2. But other than that, he did a lot of running around, but really wasn't making anything happen. The only person that we had, the only player that was making everything go, and that was Lamine Yamal, the 17-year-old kid. We're putting all the pressure on him. We're leaving it all to him. I thought that maybe we could have played through him a little bit more, and we didn't. And that's just a fact. And the fact that we're doing and we're putting it all on this kid is incredible. And Eddie Garcia, what a game! So much was said about the fullbacks in this game, and oh my God, he should have had 2 goals, man. That second goal, everybody was praising Sommer, but in reality, Eddie Garcia gave it to Sommer. Eddie Garcia had a wide open goal. We're gonna be looking at all the key elements that happen. I'm gonna show you guys some pictures, some graphics. We're really gonna have a lot of fun. So thank you for being here. Stick around. I am gonna read the chat and just I'll just read right now. It says Seti, can you do a video where the players will be? I'm sorry. Can you do a video on what players would be very much suited to reinforce Barcelona on both fullback areas and left wing? Yes, I will do a video on that. I promise. Sommer did well saving Lamine shot in the last minute. Hansi Flick game management is bad in last minutes. Okay, for this game, I gotta give it to you. I think we just live and die by the sword. Live by the sword, die by the sword thing. Is like we're playing the high line to literally the last minute, and I thought we had learned our lesson. By the way, when we played against Atletico Madrid, we played really defensively at the end of that game, and I really thought, okay, this is a great sign. Hansi Flick will make the changes. Hansi Flick will start, Hansi Flick will start just playing defense when we need to just win a game. And we did it against Atletico at the Metropolitano. And we couldn't do it on this game. And we finished with a line of 5 defenders against Atletico Madrid at the end of that 1-0 games, which is ridiculous. It says the referee and bar created their own loss away from. Yeah. I thought that, okay, the referee said it's not a penalty because of this, okay, but he didn't go see it. How does he know? How does he know it wasn't a penalty because of this much? And even Mateo Laos, who is known to be a player a referee who has hurt us a lot. Even he said on a show, I can't remember what the show was, but he said the Lamine Yamal play, it's a clear penalty because there's 2 contacts, right? There's a contact outside the box, and there's a follow-through contact inside the box. So let's say that you tackle somebody. Let's say you tackle Lamine Yamal outside the box. But Lamine Yamal is really strong and he doesn't fall. So he keeps running. And then you touch him inside, and that final touch, he goes down. Well, that's a penalty. So that's the same logic that happened on this play, and I think it was Acerebi who actually kind of slides and kind of tackles Lamine outside, but then he doesn't bring his feet out. He's still keeping he follows through with the slide tackle, and he hits Lamine Yamal inside the box. And here's the kicker. Okay, so the referee said that's a penalty, right? And then they go out and then they call him on the thing, and they said it's not a penalty. Okay, so VAR is not supposed to enforce. VAR, it's only there to correct. But if you're correcting, why are you correcting the wrong decision? If anything, VAR should be telling the referee to go look at it. not to tell him it's not a penalty. The bar should be, I think you should, I think you need to go look at this. I think you need to go see it. I think you need to go see it because I think there's a tackle and it's not a penalty. And then, okay, I get it. Okay, I'm going to take a look at it. But I've never seen, I literally, guys, I try to be as objective as I can. I'm not blaming refs. But I never seen somebody, I never seen a referee go like this and say it's not a penalty without even going to the bar. I mean, when has that ever happened? Have you guys seen that? I've never seen a referee said this is a penalty and then go square like this saying that bar is saying that it's not a penalty. It's like every time they say it, it's because they went to the screen and then they basically say the screen says no penalty, right? So in this case, it was so incredibly frustrating because he had called a pen and that would have been the 3-2, and then the Rafinha would have been the 4-2. That would have been just the nail in the coffin right there. But the thing is, they don't go see it. He doesn't go take a look at it, and that was incredible. Said Eric scored the pinpoint banger and missed the open goal. It's exactly what I tweeted, man. You guys got to go follow me on Twitter, Barça Volume. It's exactly what I tweeted as the game was going on, and everybody was like, Sommer, 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 Sommer. I'm like, no, it's not Sommer. Literally, Eddie gave it to Sommer. Sommer did what he could do, which is basically just dive and extends his arms, and that's all you can do. You can cover as much as you can from the goal, and if he puts it on to the right, then it's a wide open goal. It's a wide open goal. It says Dumfries kick or attempted stamp on Gerard Martin with no intention to play the ball was a foul. Okay, so I got thoughts on that. Okay, so believe me, I think it's a foul. I think it should have been called. It's ticky tack. My problem is I think that Gerard Martin tries to sell the tackle. I think it's a 50-50 call because at the same time it's like Gerard Martin didn't have full possession. Gerard Martin could clear the ball, and I think maybe that's what the referee was thinking. Gerard Martin could have cleared it. He didn't. He tried to control it. He missed the control. He felt the contact, and now he's diving, right? There's a little bit of true truth there, but like I said, the problem wasn't just Gerard Martin falling. It was the defensive effort we put on that play. But at the same time, you know, in a random game, the foul is called, the we pick up the ball and game is over. But this game was just so crazy, man. So many things that happened. Like I said, I barely got any sleep, guys. I was just literally staring at my ceiling at 1:45, 2 a.m. in the morning. I couldn't sleep. Bro, Shane Mecca, bro, Araujo is not a winner. Gondoham saw his weak mentality. Yes, not only that, but there was a report that he was blaming Gerard Martin for that play. And you can't really single him out. He was literally blaming Gerard Martin, but we cannot make excuses, like trying to exonerate himself from all the mistakes that he made. And he doesn't even acknowledge that he made mistake. That's the thing. I think for me, it's time for Araujo to be sold. It's time for Araujo to go to Atletico Madrid. Whatever we can get from Atletico Madrid, by the way. I literally I would try to get Julian Alvarez. If we can somehow get Julian Alvarez for Araujo, for Fermin and Lewandowski, I would get Julian Alvarez right now. Um, didn't see Olmo in the first half. To be honest, I already talked about that. I agree. Not as a player, there's an instinct. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is what it is, guys. Let's move on. Let's talk about the game. Okay, so I thought Inter Milan came out on this game differently than they did in the first game. I thought in this game it was they pressure a lot more than they did in the first game. In the first game, they let Barcelona dictate the tempo. They let Barca basically propose the game, and they were just doing they were just counters, right? Well, in this game, they actually did take a lot more risk. They actually came out and pressure Barca, and Barcelona in the beginning of the game just didn't know how to handle that. I don't think they were expecting, and I think it was Capello who came out and said if Inter plays the same way they played in Louis companies, they will lose the game. And I actually agreed. I said it on my channel. If the Inter to have a chance in this game, they have to play different. Mm. They have to play different. So what I want to talk about here is this is gonna be the first goal from Inter, and I don't know what we're doing here because if you're Dani Olmo gets this ball, and in reality, what he needs to be doing, he needs to be just first touch to Pedri right here in stride. But instead, he tries to do some sort of like a 360 on it, which really doesn't make any sense. Like it just doesn't make any sense. Take a look. He's gonna try to do some sort of a 360 here when he has Pedri right here, and we can attack. But instead, he makes a horrendous play. DeMarco is closing in on him, defends really well, and not only that, but it puts Dani Olmo in a tough position to defend. In a tough position to defend, and he doesn't defend. And what is going to happen here? There's going to be a through pass because Inigo Martinez is not even expecting that right now. Inigo Martinez is little. I don't even think he sees right now what's about to happen. I don't even think he's ready for it, and Barca is really not ready for it. And what happens is a through pass from DeMarco in stride, and we're cut with our pants down. And in reality, Lautaro Martinez, it's an easy peasy goal. Incredible way to just kind of lose your composure there. All you have to do there is really just pass the ball to Pedri Gonzalez, and it's the first goal does not happen. Frankie defensive awareness is terrible. It's terrible. Casado or Gavi slide tackles the ball. Yeah, yeah. I totally agree. I do think that Frankie de Jong brings a lot of more control to the midfield, though. Having him, I think best case scenario for next season is I know we have Dani Olmo and he's such a great player, but the best case scenario is have Casado. I think it would be Casado, it would be Pedri and Frankie. Because if Pedri and Frankie can just do their thing and Casado can just do the dirty work, I think that's a perfect case scenario. But the problem is now we have Dani Olmo as well, so we have to kind of maneuver those things. Inter Milan had a point of emphasis to attack with throw-ins. Every time they have throw-ins, they were literally like set pieces. They were always trying to attack and force Barca to make mistakes. And believe me, we made a lot of mistakes, and Inter knew just exactly how to attack. And this is gonna be a play where just gets the rebound, and guess what? The player down here just gets a great shot on goal. Barely misses, actually barely misses the goal, so it goes out. But it goes to show you how much we suffer in this game. The first half specifically, I thought that Pedri Gonzalez was really pressured in this game, and Inter Milan did a very good job, specifically with players like Anagoglu and Mkhitaryan to and Barella. They were just suffocating Pedri, and like he's never been suffocated before. They actually had really good duels against him, and in reality, guys, I mean, it is what it is. But just how Pedri in the first half wasn't really great, and as we can see on this play, you see him with number 20 here, very close to him, just wouldn't let him go anywhere. And Inigo Martinez is going to pass back to Gerard Martin, and then basically what Inter's gonna do is they're just gonna force a mistake. And what happens? Take a look. First a mistake, the ball recovery, as we can see on this image, Inter Milan already recovered the ball. And what do? They take two passes in transition, Barcelona off guard, and all of a sudden, what do you know? You have a one-on-one with Lautaro Martinez here. So let's talk about the Kubarsi play. Okay, the same thing that happened in the Benfica game, in my opinion, is where you just gotta let the player play. Let Lautaro Martinez make a play on the ball and make him beat you. Make Lautaro Martinez beat you, man. That's all I can say. And we just didn't do that. Kubarsi wants to, let's take a look at this play, okay? Let's say Kubarsi doesn't slide here and Lautaro scores. Lautaro has to score take a great shot to score this. He had to go past Chesney. He had to, you can bother him, you can body him, and try to make him make a difficult shot. But instead, what you do is you slide. But Lautaro Martinez sees the slide coming. Okay, Lautaro Martinez is a very smart player, and I thought experience really really showed in this game. And I think that this is one of the issues. And he feels the slide tackle coming. It's almost like the NBA players. NBA players, when they do the N1s, they look for the foul. They look for that player that's gonna make it easier for you. And this is exactly what Lautaro did. Lautaro felt that Kubarsi was gonna slide, and the position when he positions the right leg, he positions it towards Kubarsi. You can see the play in slow motion, and you can see how smart. And this is where experience matters, because Kubarsi never should have made this tackle, play right into the hands of Lautaro Martinez, who really really smartly gets the penalty. That's it's a total penalty, guys. We cannot lie to ourselves. We cannot, we need to do an analysis and try to see all the things that happened in this game. So Barca was down 2-0 in this game, and but really that's the great thing about this team. Is so resilient. It's so great. Even when we're done, things are pushed. We gave ourselves another mountain to climb. We really only lead it in this game, I think, once, and it was that goal from Rafinha. That was the first time we were leading in the game. Inter Milan really controlled the series. They controlled the tie. They were just ahead in every single angle of this team, and I think in part it was due to having experience. It was due to having those moments where whether that was playing defensively, when they had to make subs. The substitutions that came in for Inter were so great. The substitutions that came in for Barca literally did nothing or hurt the game, just like Araujo hurt this game. And Kubarsi is gonna find here Gerard Martin, who is just gonna make a great cross, and somehow, some way, it goes through Inter defenders, which is an amazing cross, by the way. Gerard Martin should have had 3 assists, and I'm about to tell you guys why he should have had 3 assists, but he had two of them. And then how we have Eric here coming in. He scores an amazing banger here, such a difficult play, and he scores, guys. He needed this goal so much. And as we're about to see here, is a counter of a corner kick, and this is the best chances that we had. Look, there's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Inter Milan was basically selling out. Every single corner kick, because they knew how much problems we have in the defensive end, and we were able to get them in transition with Lamine Yamal, who makes 2-3 passes here, and Gerard Martin plays really well. Eric goes back to Pedri. Pedri goes back to Gerard Martin, who very very smartly passes it back to Eric in this play. And I mean, guys, oh my gosh, I punch I should have punched my wall. I'm so glad I didn't punch my wall. I should have punched my wall, man. This play right here, I'm gonna show it you guys in another angle. I think I have another frame here. I mean, he does. in this play, you see it like this on this frame, and you say, "What an amazing save by Sommer." But then you see this frame, and you think otherwise, because guys, come on, Eric, come on, Eric, come on, Eric, come on, Eric, come on. We need to score this. This There's no ifs and buts. All you have to do is literally just act like you're just a wall, bro. Just act like you're just a wall, and then you score. Act like you're just a wall, and then you score. It's so infuriating, and and I mean, it is what it is. Um, Sorry guys, I got to move my screen, and it is what it is, guys. I mean, at the same time, it's like we got scored and we didn't score this goal, and it's just like frustrating. Let's read the chat for just a little bit. Let's pause. It says, okay, not as a player. Instincts is not to go fully because Dumfries could have injured him. Frankie defense. Okay, I think I read that. Just more pain when you're talking about it. What you do think about the Clásico though. Okay, what do I think about the Clásico? I'm gonna be talking about the Clásico. Um, I really thought Christensen was gonna be the sub. Okay, yeah. I don't know why Araujo. I mean, he Araujo played a really good game in the Metropolitano. I guess we trusted him more than Christensen. We just don't know what we're getting from Christensen right now. I guess it's really what I would say, but I'm not sure if I'm not sure if Hansi Flick thought that. I don't know what Hansi Flick was thinking there. I don't know. Maybe he thought that we have more of Araujo, and just tap it in. Exactly, man. Just tap it in. So as far as the Clásico, I am gonna be talking about El Clásico. I want to finish talking about this. I think I'm gonna do another live stream about El Clásico. Of course, I'm gonna do a preview for that. But I'm not too concerned, guys. At the end of the day, look, I'll say this, just in case you don't catch it later. I'll say this about El Clásico. Is Real Madrid all of a sudden, they feel like this got this momentum, and like, oh, if Real Madrid all of a sudden beats this incredible Hansi Flick's team, and that's the remontada in La Liga, okay? So is Real Madrid all of a sudden gonna have a great defense on Sunday? Because it seems like they're trying to paint this picture to where like they're hitting momentum and getting Barça at the right time because Barça lost yesterday. And okay, yes, Barça lost a very big emotional game, but at the end of the day, are you all of a sudden it's gonna get up and beat Barça just like that? I mean, if I am Madrid, I'm thinking like, okay, this Barça team just play an incredible game against an incredible team like Inter. Yes, they got eliminated, all right, but they beat us 3 times this year. How does that correlate to what Real Madrid, that we as Real Madrid, that need to do to beat this team? At the end of the day, it's just a matchup thing. Just the way Barca played on offense makes me very confident that Barca is just gonna go over there and just put in a beat down. If we would have had Conde, if we would have had Balde for this game against Inter, I think it would have been the difference. Even though we got a lot out of our subs, out of Eric and Gerard Martin. So, but I still think that the difference in the game would have been humongous, because especially in that first half, Balde would have played so much better than Gerard Martin. But Gerard Martin, give him credit. He played very, very well. He got up for that game. That was incredible, incredible stuff. Eric just needed to tap it in. Yeah, yeah. Madrid leaving through, and think they're Inter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get it, man. Like it's crazy. Yeah. So let's keep talking about it. Let's move on from this Eddie Garcia play that really, really, really got me, man. This is gonna be the Olmo goal. This wanna be one of the few plays where we were through the air. We were better than Inter. Inter really, really made a mistake because they saw, they thought they had him really well covered, but these two players are losing their assignments here. They're letting Dani Olmo break free, and that's really the difference in the play. And that is why Olmo was able to get to this ball all by himself. Inter Milan thought they had it pretty well defensively, but it's ultimately these players here that make the mistake on this play because they're not defending right. Um, so Barca in 10 minutes, they came back in 10 minutes, guy. I cannot believe Barca came back at the 60, I think it was the 64th minute. The Dani Olmo goal, that was the 60th minute, Dani Olmo, right? And that's so incredibly great. I mean, I can't believe this team is so good. They just don't give up. They just don't give up, guys. Um, let's take a look. Okay, so I already talked about this, but let's talk about it just a little bit more. Okay, this play is like I said. Okay, so he tackles Lamine Yamal outside the box, right? So that's outside the box. That's fine. But guess what? There is a follow through play here. In the follow through play, um, Lamine Yamal can still go for this ball even if he gets tackled. So this tackle outside the box is irrelevant because because Lamine Yamal is still standing. Had Lamine Yamal just completely fell here, that's fine. That's a tackle there. But the fact that this play Lamine Yamal kept running, this what made it seem like there was a second touch inside the box. Unfortunately, I should have had the frame. I thought I had it, but I don't. But this is where the referee, right? He says it's not a penalty because of this much. Well, you didn't go look at it. How would you know, bro? How would you know it's not a pen? How would you know it's not a penalty when you didn't go see it? That is my problem. That is my thing. You didn't go. If you go check the bar and you tell me that, okay, I get it. Okay, I understand. You said you looked at it and you said I'm still going with that it's not a pen. Okay, but the fact that he's every single call was really frustrating for Barca, and I get it. Yeah, we can't really control it, but at the same time, man, like what are you gonna do? Um, Lamin Jamal, what a player, guys! What a player, generational player we have in Lamin Jamal. Um, Quinter Jurgen says hi. Say hi to you. Bastoni and Di Marco were hacking up Lamin Jamal yesterday. I knew that was from Shane Mecca, and I knew Barca wasn't finished being down two. Yeah, I mean Barca has been showing a lot of resiliency, and thank you guys for commenting. I want to ask you guys, please like up the stream. We have 5 likes right now. The more you like it, the more Barca fans we're gonna find, and I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for being in the chat. Thank you so much. But I want to ask you guys to please like the video so more people can see it. Um, yeah, Lamin Jamal was really incredible, just unstoppable. I cannot believe the amount of times he was double teamed and he was always finding a way, whether that was passing to Eric, was passing to Olmo, passing to Pedri, or that was just taking a shot or creating space. This is gonna be the incredible save from Sommer. I mean, take a look at this frame, guys. I mean, the only reason why Sommer makes this save, and sorry for the framing. I know I should have aligned this a little bit more properly here. Let me see if I can move the screen. Um, yeah, it's not working. Sorry, guys. But the only reason why is because Sommer here it just makes an incredible save because he's well positioned. That his positioning is really what I'm amazed in this game in particular. It was basically more of his positioning. So Why do I have this frame for you guys? This frame is because ultimately, guys, what it came down to me, this game was the substitutions. Because what Inter can bring, what Inter Milan can bring, and what Barça can bring off the bench, it's just night and day. And Barca couldn't keep up with Inter because of the substitutions. Um, this is why I like watching other games, not just not just football. Like I like watching football, I like watching soccer, I like watching NBA, and then in the NBA, it's a lot to do with your bench players, your role players, what they can bring on that night. It just depends on whether you win or lose because a lot of times most teams are really good. They have a good starting five against your good starting five, but the problem is when the bench comes in to give rest time to the starters, then that's the issue. When you have a better bench, you're more prone to win the game, and I really think it showed in this game. Unfortunately, I really think it showed in this game. Unfortunately, because let's take a look for Inter, right? Let's take a look at this bench. Look, Fermin Lopez 6.3, Ronald Araujo 6.3, Robert Lewandowski 6.4, Hector 4 6.8, Gavi 5.9, Pau Victor 5.9. And when you have Inter here, you have Teremi and Fratesi, right? One of them with an assist. What is Teremi did? Well, he brought up an assist in the 71 minute just as he got subbed in. What about Fratesi? He scores the goal in the seven. He comes in at the 79th minute, right? So Fratesi scores the winner, and it really reminded me of Dani Olmo. And what do we have? Ronald Araujo, stinker. Fermin Lopez hardly knew he was there. Robert Lewandowski, he missed a header. That should have been a goal too, by the way. A lot of people are not talking and giving him a pass for that. They're giving him a pass for that. But he really missed a great opportunity. Hector Ford, oh my God, bro. He takes a shot. He takes a shot at the most inopportunistic time you'll ever find. He really thought he was going to score from outside the box. Like with 5 minutes to end the game in overtime. 5 minutes away, and you have Pedri down the wing all by himself. Give the ball to give the ball to Pedri. Give it to him, please. And you take a shot, bro. Rafinha had one shot, one goal, because every possession matters. And you think, Hector Ford, you think that you're gonna score there, bro? I mean, come on, man. I cannot believe it. But guys, look, I can analyze this game all day, but in reality, when you finish the game with Araujo, Fermin Lopez, Robert Lewandowski, Hector Ford, Gavi, and Pau Victor, that is six players. That's six players, guys, that are just not informed. They're not ready. They're not players who are going to get it done. In overtime, um, I guess the silver lining for me for not feeling so bad about losing in overtime is that even if we just go to pens, guys, so they have kind of like Noglu, they have Varela, they also have Sommer, they have Turam, they have players who can really really have a lot of experience in penalty kicks. And what do we have? We had Lewandowski, we had Rafinha, we who's gonna shoot these PKs? Frankie De Jong. I mean, Chesney's pretty good at goalkeeping, but I just felt like they had the edge, so we needed to win this game. This is why it hurts me that we could not play a low block at the last 5 minutes of the game after we had scored that goal from Rafinha. That was the Rafinha goal was at the 87th minute, guys. Come on, man. You cannot let that happen to you, man. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. But like I said, the bench was really the big difference in the game. Excuse me, guys, for 1 second. Yes. So what I'm saying here is like this is gonna be the goal from Rafinha at the 80th minute, 87th minute, right? So he takes a shot, but the shot, gets blocked, and then he takes another shot with the right foot, and Rafinha in clutch time, once again, guys. I cannot. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When Rafinha scored this, I didn't celebrate. I stood in front of my TV and just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I just saw. I couldn't believe that we had just pulled the comeback. We had just done it again. God damn it. I love this team. And I was like, this team, I don't know how this team cannot win the Champions League. And we are going to the freaking final. Oh my God. What a moment. Like I said, when Kunde scored that banger on Real Madrid, I blacked out, but I was screaming and running around. When Rafinha scored this, it was actually the other way around. I stood there like not believing it. I was just like in awe. I'm like, this didn't happen, right? Barca didn't came down from down 2-0 to win this game 3-2. And unfortunately, 2 minutes and a half, and I have this play for you guys. Guys, Lamine Yamal did a lot of great things in this game. I don't want to bash. I know he went for the throat. I know he wanted to ice the game. He wanted to score. That's what shooters shoot, man. There's a saying in basketball, shooters shoot. And I can't blame him for taking a shot. I can't blame him for trying to ice the game. In reality, he could have just really iced that game when he hit the post and go if had it gone in, right? But he doesn't. And that's the thing, because he's trying to score here instead of going to the sideline. I mean, in this moment, there's like literally 3 minutes left. Can we go down the sideline and try to ice it? Try to be a little bit smarter. He's 17 years old. He wants to go for the throw. He wants to score the goal. Had he done it, nobody would have said anything. Had he gone in, had he iced the game. But all we had to do, guys, is just waste time. Waste time. How many times have we seen players just kind of waste the time, right? And just kind of do it. And okay, so this is gonna be the game winner. This is gonna be the really the straw that broke the camel's back. And this is the play where, like I said, we're not in position here. We're not in position to score. We're not in position to. I'm sorry. We're not in position to defend. Um, we have too many guys. I talked about it at the beginning of the stream about this play already. We don't. We need to have, dude. We need to have a line. We cannot have we cannot have this. We have this square here. What is that? There's no positioning. If Gerard Martin or goes down here, then this player is all by himself. So we need to have very good positioning here, and we don't. We have really bad positioning, as a matter of fact, and that's when the tackle happens, right? I mean, and this is what I mean. Okay, guys, look, Frankie De Jong, and Frankie De Jong is not wrong. Frankie De Jong here, he's doing a good job staying there, playing defense. He's in the area, right? And actually, this goal should have never happened. This goal should have never happened because, as we can see, so he falls, right? Frankie De Jong is asking for a foul, but because because Gerard Martin falls, I mean, you cannot leave this guy by himself. So Kubarsi has to go here. But what happens? This is where the issue lies. If you want to blame Araujo on this play, you can blame Araujo. It's fine. You can blame him. It's okay. He does make a big mistake at the end of the day. I don't know in the world. I want to ask Inzaghi, how do you have a CB defensive player playing center forward in this play? What did you know? What did you know? Because what is a defender player on offense right now? I don't understand. I don't. I don't understand why he's there. I really don't, guys. Like, it's beyond me. But this is the kicker right here. So Frankie needs to be playing in this area. He needs to be playing like around this area right here. So he needs to be covering for this area. And he doesn't get back. Guys, he doesn't get back. Because he doesn't get back, he's not in position to defend. As you can see right now, why, Araujo, why are you letting a 38-year player out physical you? You need to be playing extremely physical. Stay in front of him. Don't stand behind him. Don't stand in front of him. Stay in front of him. At the end of the day, he has to out physical you. He has to, whether that's a header, whether that's a kick, whatever he wants to do in that play. Why are you not staying in front of him? If he shoots, you're in front of him. If he wants to header, you're in front of him. But no, you stay back. Frankie de Jong does not get back where that he should be in front of him too. Like maybe around right here. So if Frankie de Jong was right here, Frankie de Jong is kicking this ball out. But because Frank is not there, then that's a problem. And guys, they tie the game. Unfortunately, this is the last play of the game. Rafinha makes a really great through pass, and Lamine Yamal, gosh, man, he didn't get a good shot on this pass, on this play. When he got good shots, Sommer was there to save it, and this time, he didn't get a good shot. I think if he gets a good shot on this one, he scores, and unfortunately, he shoots to the keeper. Of course, the keeper is not gonna make a mistake, and incredible, man. That was the difference in the game. I mean, even after after the 3-3, we still had this chance from Lamine Yamal. Maybe if Lamine Yamal, tries to go down here, I think that's a goal as well. If he goes to the right of the keeper, that's a goal as well. Unfortunately, guys, we could not do it. But this play from Lamine Yamal, I think if he goes left or right, I think he has a very good chance of scoring. And unfortunately, he doesn't. And he just shoots to the keeper. I mean, the only one area, that's the thing. When Sommer wasn't making incredible defensive plays, stops, or saves, we were just shooting it to him. We would just take all these shots were just to Sommer, so we kind of like overrated his night as well, because like I said, in these chances we just Eddie Garcia, he shot it to the keeper. Lamine Yamal, the last play of the game, he shot it to the keeper. Guys, I'm gonna show you the last play of the game, but before I do that, guys, please like up the stream, man. I'm trying to hit the 10 likes. I appreciate every single one of you for sticking around and at the end of this video. And please, guys, please help the channel out. So in this play, I mean, it's so frustrating for me to show this to you, but again, Ronald Araujo. Ronald Araujo. How is Thuram, with no dribble abilities, you're gonna let him dribble you? It's just a lack of concentration, just a lack of poise. Barca was so confident they were gonna win this game. It's not even funny. Like, so many plays that happen, and just crazy. So okay, so what happens here is like Thuram of all people, guys. Thuram of all people, playing 100 and something minutes, is dribbling Araujo, who has been playing for literally 15, 20 minutes in this game, it's already tired. Look how you allowed him to pass you like that. And even right now, he's already trying to go for his arms because he feels like he's already got beat. Can you slide? Even if you commit a foul, at least you're letting the team come back and regroup for the play. I rather here concede a foul than letting him just run through the box. That's exactly what happens. Another unlucky play by Barça because not only that happens, but guess what? Gerard Martin is there to make this tackle or to make to stop the ball, but it goes through his legs. It just wasn't meant to be. It just wasn't meant to be because in this play, the ball goes through the legs of Gerard Martin, unfortunately. And then the player that had came out, that reminded me of Dani Olmo, Fratesi. Reminded me of Dani Olmo, guys. Because as we're about to see him, Kubarsi was also there, but Inter was really good. This pivot guy, I mean, he played it very perfectly. He passes it back to Fratesi, and Fratesi scores a goal, just like the goal that he scored. What's the goal that he scored on? Was it against Celta de Vigo? I can't remember, but where he pump fakes, and then after the pump fake, he shots. He shoots. Because as you're about to see, he's about to pump fake Kubarsi, and Kubarsi kind of like makes a defensive play, and after he does that, he shoots. As you see here, he's gonna pump fake, and Kubarsi is already selling on the shot, and barely, guys, barely. The ball barely misses um, Kubarsi's foot, and it goes right in. It was an amazing goal. Let's give him credit. But Kubarsi also could have played it a little bit better there. Guys, like up the stream. We're almost done at the end of the stream, and I got 9 likes, guys. I'm trying to get to 10. I'm trying to get to 10 likes before I end the stream. So this is another play where Lamine Yamal just, they just couldn't stop him. He had two players in front of him, guys. And come on, man, man. You gotta do something. And we always put it in there in his hands, a 17-year-old kid. It was just incredible. Rafinha, guys, also playing in the middle at the end of the game. I thought that Rafinha, when Rafinha when Hansi Flick put Rafinha in the middle at the number 10, Rafinha was actually playing really well and giving a lot of issues. He was giving a lot of problems. How do you say that? He was giving Inter Milan a lot of problem playing as a number 10. And as you can see, man, like until the end of this game, how much energy does this kid have, man? And I gotta blame here my man Lewandowski. He has made a career. He has made a career um, from headers. He has made a career from headers. And guys, how, how did we not score from here? Take a look at Lewandowski. Lamine Yamal puts a beautiful pass to Lewandowski, and this Lewandowski has made a career out of this, and just couldn't get to it. I think he jumped too early, and as the momentum was going down, he tried to header, and I think that's why it went over. But this is Lewandowski's bread and butter. As you can see here, he panicked. I don't know if it was too cold or he wasn't into the game, he didn't get into a rhythm. But here, this should have been a mistake by Inter, and Barca should have capitalized here and just went to PKs. Unfortunately, we didn't, and in this play, Chesney makes an incredible save, one of the few saves that he actually did make, and that kept us in the game. It gives us a fighting chance on the last play of the game, and it was just really this one where Rafinha puts Lamine Yamal an incredible pass, and Lamine Yamal, Just couldn't believe that Summer was making save after save after save after save. And actually, Lamine Yamal here takes an amazing shot, and it gets stopped by the tip of his fingers, and it gets just enough to get it out. It wasn't meant to be at the end of the day, guys. Um, at the end of the day, uh, it's so disappointing. So Ronald says totally. Martinez classes to sell a foul, says Shane Mecca. Also, Araujo is always behind and stretching his legs to the front of attackers. Costas against Betis also, that's very true. Instead of playing, he always raises his hands looking for offsides. Yeah, he's unfortunately. I think we need to sell Araujo. I definitely think so. Guys, thank you for watching this stream, man. I really appreciate every single one of you. I wanted to make this video to just kind of to do it for you guys and to do it for me. I really need to just let it out of my system, complain about everything that happened at the end of the game. At the end of the day, guys, I want to show you. I want to end with this. Um, from Neil, right? Neil says the big difference in the game is that Barca Barca had six big chances and scored four. Inter had four big chances and didn't miss any. So Barca missed four big chances. Inter Milan didn't miss a single chance. So it boils down to things like this. It boils down to so let's say Barca had six big chances and they missed four. Inter Milan had four big chances and scored every single chance. That was the difference in the game. And unfortunately for Barca, if you take a look at the players and then the score rating, you see a lot of players in yellow, and for Inter you see a lot of players in green, and that's really the difference. So I'm gonna end the video now. I appreciate every single one of you. I do not know. I have zero excitement about watching today's game. It's gonna happen in about 2 hours. PSG versus Arsenal. I'm gonna be watching it. I love the sport, but it doesn't feel the same. It feels like I don't want to watch it. I'm just gotta be honest with you guys. So thank you for coming to my stream. I'm gonna end it now, and I appreciate every single one of you. If you haven't liked it, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please like the video and comment your thoughts. That really helps the algorithm and helps the channel. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.